What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. This is going to be a very short video. It's Tuesday night, and there's speculation whether or not Kai Green, and first let's fix this fucking camera angle, make sure that it's square. Is Kai Green going to come back? Should he come back and compete? Kai Green, the 2019 Mr. Olympia, the people are already talking about it like he already fucking won. Well, here's the deal. I've seen Aaron Singerman say he should compete. I've seen pretty much everybody say, oh, he should compete, he should compete. Here's the thing. No, I do not think Kai should compete. So, I know right off the bat, people are like, Jerry, why? It's fucking his show. That's why. Okay, first of all, Kai comes back to compete right now. He's going to beat the guys he's already beaten over and over and over again. He's beaten them all. The only one he has not beaten is Phil. Plain and simple. That's the only guy that stood in his way, and Phil is not going to be there. So let's say he walks in there now at his best. I mean, even though he's not competing anymore, Kai was still a good amount ahead of the other guys. Even though they're improving, Kai could have not improved at all, and he'd still be that much further ahead of the other guys. So he goes in, he wins the Olympia, yay, he's in the record books, he has the trophy. Who did he beat? Everybody he already fucking beat. What's the fucking point? It's like you won an Olympia title when, you know, the only one right there that was going to fucking give him that run for his money was going to be Phil. Because everybody else failed before. So unless Kai comes in totally fucked up, which, let's face facts, that's not going to happen. Kai never comes in fucked up. He always comes in on point, maybe like I think one time was a little bit smooth, but he was still so much further ahead of the other guys. He outmasses everyone, and he comes in razor sharp condition. He's still that size and stuff walking around. So in 8 weeks, you don't think Kai could whip his fucking body to where he could be, you know, like competing against Phil neck and neck again? Of course he can. It makes no sense for him to come back, collect a paycheck, and say, oh, I'm Mr. Olympia now. Well, what made it exciting, what made people want to see him as Mr. Olympia is that they wanted to see him dethrone Phil. They wanted to see him beat Phil. He kept coming in second. That same exact scenario played out with Jay over and over again with Ronnie. Ronnie was the hero, but eventually it got to the point where people were sick of Ronnie, and they started backing Jay even more and more. Ronnie's fans were going behind Jay. You can do it, you can do it. And they were pushing and pushing. Eventually Jay dethroned him. So now Kai comes in there with a wide open, like even Sean Roden's not going to be there. So the reigning 2018 Mr. Olympia is not there. So you're not knocking anybody off the pedestal, and you're beating guys that you've already beaten. It would be different if Sean was there this year, and he's beaten Sean in the past, but Sean won the Olympia. So now Sean's the only one standing in his way. If he jumped in the Olympia while Sean was there and beat Sean, now he took the Olympia from somebody, and even though he's beaten him before, Sean still was the Olympia champion. He's already beat Dexter Jackson before many times. Dexter was a former Mr. Olympia. If you remember, when Dexter won, this is horrible to say, but it's the truth. Many people don't even pay attention to Dexter Jackson like he's a fucking Mr. Olympia. They look at him like he's just another top bodybuilder. It was like, who did he beat? Who did he beat? Like, it was, that year was such a, you know, people were upset about Jay. They were upset about, like, and he won. I feel like people took that away from him because, yes, he's a Mr. Olympia, but they don't look at him as the same type of Mr. Olympia as Jay, who had to battle for it, as Phil, who had to battle for it, as Ronnie, who had to battle. Well, Ronnie didn't really battle for it. He just fucking took it. As, you know, like any of those guys that had to battle to get there, they don't look at him the same way. Same thing with Kai. He's been battling and fighting and pushing and improving, and all of a sudden now he's going to go up there with, basically, as shitty as it sounds, no competition for him, really. I mean, it's fucking Kai Green. Nobody could beat him before. And he steps on stage. What's the fucking point? It's like being a super fucking heavyweight and going in a teenage division and fucking mopping the floor with those guys. Like, they're not the same caliber as you. Like, there's usually the top guy at the Olympia, and if Kai comes in and knocks that motherfucker off, it makes him a hero. There's nobody to knock off. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Even, like, if Phil came back this year, Phil could come back and do the same fucking thing. He could walk in there and take this Olympia again because he's whooped the fucking everybody's asses on that stage before 7 times, if not more, in other shows that he's won. So he could walk over there and take that title again, which would now give him 8, which actually does cement something for him. So now that means a lot more. He's going for the 8th title, which ties Ronnie and Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I could see Phil take an opportunity of saying, fuck it, I'm going back, and then I'm going fucking 2021 or 2020 for one more to get the fucking 9th one, then I'm out. I could see something like that playing out. But Kai coming back, it doesn't make any sense. He's out of bodybuilding right now. He's doing business. He's got other businesses going on. He's in Stranger Things. He's in fucking movies. He's got comic books. He's making appearances. He's got everything else going on right now. To come back and win the Olympia, to just say you won it, yeah, you won it, but technically you didn't beat a reigning Mr. Olympia, and everybody there was so much further behind you. Like, who did you beat? Like, there's no fucking honor in that whatsoever. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like guys that are fucking, you know, they're trying to fit in a fucking weight class, but they don't belong. Why don't you go against the fucking big boys? You know what I mean? You don't want to be a heavyweight because those motherfuckers are 225 at 5'5". But you're 5'9", trying to suck down a middleweight. Go where the big boys are. You're fucking scared. Like, there's no point. You go where you know you can fucking can win. But what is winning without beating anybody or beating the best, without testing your mettle, without showing how good you are? Winning is nothing unless you beat the person that you think you couldn't beat. You out-trained him, you out-dieted him, you out-posed him, you out-everything this guy, because you know if you made one mistake, he beats you. That is something to be proud of, but it's Kai's decision. You know, he could want that title because it eluded him for so long that he could just be like, I just want the title. Fuck it, I don't care how I get it, it doesn't matter, I just want that title. But I gotta believe in my heart of hearts, it's not just about the title. Everybody wants to be Mr. Olympia, but when Kai and Phil went back and forth for so long, I think it became about beating Phil. Beating Phil automatically gives you the title, but I think it was a lot less about the title and more about beating Phil. And now he's got nobody to fucking beat. He's just the top dog. He's the front runner coming in. Unless he fucks up, it's his show. Where's the honor in that? What's the fucking point? If anything, I would wait to see, if I was Kai, I would wait to see who won this year. I would literally walk up in 2020 and start fucking people up in 2020 to beat the reigning Mr. Olympia. That's what I would do. Not this year, but we'll see how it plays out, guys. So you chime in below. Let me know what you think. BossTrain@gmail.com. Leave comments down below and chime in. Don't fight. BossTrain.com is the blog. It's the Not This Year for Kai Bicep, possibly. And we are out.